How to explore New York in one day. Get connections with the media team. Be friends with NYPD.
Galing nito, ano?
Get acquainted with King Kong and Spider-Man. Or ride in the tour bus. This is a 90-minute sightseeing adventure with a tour guide through Midtown Manhattan and the Upper West Side. This is also one of the fantastic way of seeing many things that I might never have seen on my own. So, while we are waiting for our tour bus, my husband bought something, which is his favorite.
You video me? I wanna tell you. Wait. This is a surprise.
Where you got that one?
My favorite in the Philippines, Bavarian drink. Number one.
Whoa, that's big. People. Hello. We are on the tour. The biggest tour in the Western Hemisphere in New York.
Take a look at the screens above for a glimpse of the tour route. Not to be immodest, but I have been called the hottest way to see New York by the Today Show.
It's true. And my friends, we're going to explore why New York City became the capital of the world in the next hour and a half. And we're going to start with some residential neighborhoods. And if you look out these front windows, these 3,000 LED lights are lighting. We're going to have our first encounter with Broadway, which slices across the grid of streets and avenues. You'll see some pictures on the screens of old Columbus Circle here as we go through the new iteration of Columbus Circle. Look at this big building on the shoreline here, now called the Deutsche Bank Center, with 6 stories of shops at the bottom. See the 2 towers rising out the top? The tower on the left is a residential building where Cameron Diaz lives in a $25 million apartment. Josh Groban moved in 3 years ago to make his Broadway debut into a $22 million apartment. My surgeon lives up there, an apartment I paid for. The building on the tower on the right is the most expensive hotel in Manhattan right now. It's the Mandarin Oriental New York. They have a suite of rooms at the top of that tower that goes for $14,000 a night.
A night.
It's available.
14,000.
Scooted on over to Broadway here, folks. This is the Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, my friends, with its 29 major stages. 8 o'clock every night you can see a ballet and hear an opera and hear the symphony, go to Broadway or an off-Broadway play here. We are facing the very famous Metropolitan Opera House, and the stairs in front of it welcome you in 124 languages and LED displays. The theater on the left is where George Balanchine establishes the New York City Ballet, and on the right, everyone, is our Philharmonic Hall. And when it opens, the conductor is Leonard Bernstein, and he hates the acoustics. Juilliard School of Music, the Juilliard School of Drama. By the way, that porch hanging down there in the second level is where the Juilliard students take dance class. You can sit out here and watch them take class. Great view of the Ansonia apartment house. This is Central Park. If it were the 4th Thursday in November, flying over our heads, be the helium-filled massive balloons of the Macy's. Academy Award-winning actor lives upstairs, and Diane Sawyer and her late husband Mike Nichols have moved in. And Sting from The Police lives in this tower. And then all summer they said you could hear Jennifer Lopez screaming at Alex Rodriguez and throwing his clothes out the window before they went back to their separate quarters. See, that's a monument to the 266 men who lost their lives on the USS Maine. A singing woman. And her name is Audrey Munson, and she moved to New York at the age of 17 from Pittsburgh. And by the age of 20, when she modeled for those two, she's the most famous face on earth. She's in 11 monumental sculptures in New York City, and she's in 600 across the world. And she's in early silent movies and tons of print ads. In Paris, this is an exact replica of the Place de la Concorde in front of the Tuileries Gardens. The only thing different here, they have 2 fountains. We have a fountain and a sculpture. And the sculpture there in the shade is also 24 karat gold over bronze. That's William Tecumseh Sherman. being led by Nike, the goddess of victory. As you look at her face, that's Audrey Munson who modeled for that. Behind big inflatable rat there, which is a non-union activity going on. Cross the rat to get in. This is the Bergdorf Goodman men's collection. There used to be a mansion here called Mary Mason Jones' home. It was so lavish that people were always trying to keep up with the Joneses. We have Louis Vuitton here. There's the patented color by Tiffany. There's the Tiffany flagship store. And you see a picture of the Tiffany diamond that's on display inside, the second largest yellow diamond in the world. And here's the Trump Tower. This was the former home of President Trump. He had the top 3 floors. But this is also who lives here. Sophia Loren, and that's where Jay-Z and Beyonce have an apartment, and Janet Jackson. And they all have to get patted down before they go in for security. This is the beautiful St. Regis Hotel, built by the wealthiest man in the world in his day, John Jacob Astor IV, who goes down on the Titanic to mingle with the stars and latch on to certain projects. And so there's quite a bit of traffic around Rockefeller Center, and where we normally pick you up in the Times Square area, they're having the news fronts this week where they...
And the hydraulic system was built way back in 1932.
Down this street, this is the only place in the world where you can say Fox News is on the left. And we're going to turn into the most costly and time-consuming bunch of German...
Okay, after the tour, we must try the goodies at Carlos Bake Shop. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe, like, write your comment below, share this vlog, and push the notification button for more updates. Ooh, that's mine.
8.5?
8.5 out of 10. Kuya, pa.
7.5 out of 10.
Ikaw?
9 out of 10.
And now, we're riding at the subway going to Oculus. Where are we, Tart?
Oculus Center. Ito, isang picture dyan, ah.
The National September 11 Memorial and Museum is a memorial and museum in New York City commemorating the September 11 attacks of 2001, which killed 2,977 people.
3,000. 2,000 naman. Yun ito. Dapat alam, 2,000. Alam mo, hindi, alam namin yung mine. Totoo natin.
Yeah, say it.
What?
What is that?
We're at the site of the 9/11 Twin Tower Memorial.
Can you take it out?
So over there we have the North Tower Memorial, and then this one here is the South Tower. And then so they set up these memorials, and then I guess they built this other tower called the One World.
It was originally Freedom Tower.
It was originally Freedom Tower. Now it's called the One World.
And how old are you at that time?
I am. It happened in 2001, September 11. So I was 3 years old.
This is One World Observatory, one of the tallest building in New York City. This is mind-blowing, riding at the elevator up to 102nd floor for 47 seconds and watching the virtual city skyline transforming across centuries of history.
Look at the changes. Look at the changes right there. Pwede lakad namin yun. Kahit nakakit na kuya.
25 minutes.
Lakad namin yan. Teka na, kuya.
1, 2, 3, smile.
Now what's going on downstairs? So taste. So dito,
We're in Trinity Church. This is where they filmed National Treasure. This is where the gold is buried underneath. That's where we're going.
When you are in New York, do not miss to walk at the Brooklyn Bridge. This is the longest suspension bridge in the world.
Oh my god.
How about you? Any educational thing that you can say?
That bridge over there, that's where Spider-Man saw the lizard. Ito mga totoo. We're here in Brooklyn Bridge, walking eyes.
In New York.
we have to try out the carousel at Brooklyn Bridge and the dining at Pizza.
Say hi. You must try New York's famous pizza.
Okay, Lord, Holy Father, thank you for this food. Thank you for keeping us safe again. And we give you back all the praise and all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
I like this.
How about you, Kuya? Me too.
Me too, me too. Yeah, that is, we always have this.
How do you rate it overall?
Overall, I would say maybe 8.9 out of 10. Very good.
9.5.
9.5. Okay. And do not miss the Brooklyn Ice Cream Factory.
Can we walk while we eat ice cream? Para we can.
This is Brooklyn Bridge.
And this is Manhattan Bridge. And this is the power of water.
And it connects Manhattan and Brooklyn.
Another famous place to visit is DUMBO, short for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass.
Set, go.
This is the most Instagrammable hotspot. Let's take photo shoots! Next destination is at Madame Tussauds, located at 42nd Street in the Times Square. It is a wax museum displaying the wax works of famous and historical figures as well as popular film and television characters and politicians.
Wala, kasi makeup lang yan.
There's some taking comments.
Kami naman bago na ngayon, no?
Can you get me
Yes, sir.
the president's birthday?
Mag-aama kayo. Set, go. Must try the New York ramen. No doubt that New York is a beautiful city, except for the mountains of garbage on the street every night. Someone should do something about it. It's time to go back to the hotel to sleep, even though they said New York is the city that never sleeps. But for me, I need to take rest. However, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, write your comment below, share this vlog, and push the notification button for more updates. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you for watching. Bye!